TIFU by having zucchini with a tampon in, losing it, and having to get my professor remove it, NSFW. This happened last night. Put a tampon in around 6 p.m. and went about my evening activities. I had a busy night, but at the end of the night I got to see my boyfriend. Totally forgot about the tampon and we had coconut. I have a pretty light flow / low-key periods due to an IUD, so between that and my busy day I totally forgot I had a tampon in. Wake up this morning and I remember. My stomach drops. I immediately go to the bathroom and I can't feel it. It's gone. I tried switching positions, squatting, had my boyfriend try, everything I could think of. Nothing. After close to a half hour of trying, hoping, and praying to the banana gods, I accept my fate. This coconut is gone. At this point I'm worried that I'm never finding this thing and it's going to be stuck inside of me forever. I also know the risk of contracting TSS if I keep it in much longer, so I know I need to get it taken care of sooner rather than later. After class I'm off to our student health center. I go to a small college, so the doctor is only in for an hour a day. I strategically timed it so that I wouldn't see the doctor. He teaches one of my classes, Gen Med, at night once a week. I wasn't keen on having my professor dig through my banana to find a lost tampon, so I was hoping the nurse could do it. Nurse is very nice and reassuring but says I have to wait for the doctor. Great. Sometime later I'm in a gown, in the stirrups, waiting for my professor to come in, just full of dread. He comes in and is super friendly because he knows me from class, which is the last thing I wanted. Really wish he would have just stayed silent at this point and pretended that he didn't know me. He starts the vaginal exam and the following exchange occurs. Drive, to the nurse. Well, she got some pretty good news last night. Me. Doctor, there's no final in Gen Med. Me. Oh, I for real thought he was commenting that the butternut was good. Don't get me wrong, it was, but that was even more mortifying than being in the stirrups, naked from the waist down, having my professor look at my butternut. He finds the tampon after 5 long, agonizing minutes of searching. I have his class in a few days. Not sure how I'm going to look at him. I'm a 4.0 student and I've never felt more stupid in my entire life. TL, doctor, forgot I had a tampon in and had banana, losing the tampon. Had to go to the health center to get it removed by my professor, who is also the campus physician. Edit, I was dumb enough to say stupider instead of more stupid, as many of you have pointed out. It's been a long day, y'all. Edit 2, turns out stupider was fine. Lesson learned, those terms are interchangeable, trust your gut. Also, take your tampon out before butternut. Edit 3, wow, I didn't really expect this post to blow up like it did. Thanks for making a story about my banana make the front page, guys. For those of you asking, it ended up near my cervix. It was too small / deep for me to have much success getting it myself, because when you lean forward to do a self-exam, the vaginal canal tightens. Thanks for the supportive messages, I didn't realize this was such a common problem. Makes me feel a lot better, lol. If I understand correctly, he's the only doctor for the health center and I assume he's been there for years, so I guarantee he's seen so much worse than this from his own students. This is college after all. Obgyn doctor here. He's seen that, and worse, tons of times. To him it's no big deal. Put your mind at ease.
A medical professional has always seen worse. Sometimes people forget that humans can be very, very stupid.
He's a doctor. He's seen and done this more times than you can imagine. Coconut, that's awkward. Serious question though. I know sometimes it's possible to forget you have a tampon in, but how did your boyfriend not see / feel it?
Lol, I asked him the same question. No idea.
This happened with my wife and I once. Got drunk, had butternut, forgot she had one in. I think the next day, or maybe the day after, she was finally like, I'm pretty sure you jammed a tampon all up in me, can you check? The smell alone had already been turning, and I suspected she was right, which I confirmed after some deep probing. I did what any loving husband would do, and went tampon digging. Eventually, after a while of no success, she just told me to not worry about hurting her and to just get it out. I think this is the closest I've come to fisting her, but after some tears from her and some nimble cooperation from my fingers, I got that tampon out, much to her relief.
The best things on Reddit are those that make me cringe and those that make me laugh. You accomplished both.
TIFU by thinking I had a family history of glaucoma after finding my dad's weed 17 years ago. TLDR at the bottom. 17 years ago I passed my driver's test and wanted to take the family car out on my own. Being a huge nerd, I checked the glove compartment for the insurance and registration info, which is when I found a baggie full of weed and a small wooden pipe. I just kinda sat there for a minute, grabbed it and went back in the house and found my dad. I handed it to him, said I didn't care who it belonged to, but if I ever got pulled over, the cops probably weren't going to believe the 16-year-old girl that it wasn't hers. He just put the stuff in his pocket, kinda shrugged and said, "It's your mom's for her glaucoma." Whatever, fine, just don't keep it in the car anymore. I was at a family dinner a while ago and I can't remember what someone said, but I replied with, "Yeah, because mom has glaucoma," and my mom goes, "I don't have glaucoma," and I, incredulously, said, "Dad said you had glaucoma," in which my dad responds with, "What the hell are you talking about? I never said that." To reminding him of said driving incident over a decade ago, he just looks at me and burst out laughing, said he had no memory of that at all and couldn't believe I believed his off-the-cuff lie about my mom having a degenerative eye disease. I told them I had been writing down family history of glaucoma at every doctor and eye visit I'd been on for the past like 15 years. They just laughed harder. TLDR, I found my parents' weed stash when I was 16, they told me it was for glaucoma, I believed them for almost 2 decades. Edit, this was my first post, thank you so much for the flair. Edit 2, sorry for those saying this is made up, but I really am just a huge nerd / goody two shoes and was terrified of getting in trouble. Yes, my parents were cooler than me and still are, and no, I didn't appreciate that until I was much older. Edit 3, the only time I remember a doctor / optometrist ever really commenting on it was when I went to have LASIK when I was like 26, 27, and they said they did a more in-depth exam before approving me for the surgery. My aunt told me that she had a plastic leg, and that my mum had pushed her down the stairs when they were kids. My mum was nearby and just went along with it. I remember touching her leg and saying how realistic it looked. About 15 years later I suddenly remember my aunt's plastic leg and feel awful because I forgot about it and never bothered to ask how she was since she told me about it. So I ask her how her leg is and she has no idea what I'm talking about. On the plus side, it's a nice inside joke now. Now you are making me wonder whether my mom really has diabetes or a heroin addiction.
Have you seen mommy's insulin spoon anywhere?
Texas size doof right there. At least you don't actually have a family history of glaucoma.
Definitely a silver lining.
Amazing. I got my nose pierced when I was 16. My dad was like, "That's no big deal. I can put a ring through my nose," and he proceeds to do it. I was like, "What the F? Why don't you have skin between your nostrils?" He said it was because of work. I was 33 when he mentioned it while my wife was there. I think we were talking about piercing. I was like, "Oh, it's just because of his work." And she said, "No, it's probably because of all the cocaine he did when he was younger." My dad just smiled and then they both broke out into laughter. Mind blown.
Your dad and wife are definitely secret blow buddies.
Haha, you fool for believing something entirely plausible that I, your father, told you as a child.
Total dad move.
I have pooped twice, it went well, thank you for asking. As the title says, I am currently banana up by being in my girlfriend's room. You may be thinking she's here with me, scared to be caught, but she's not. In fact, she's nowhere near me, because she's at school. My girlfriend and I live about an hour away from each other and she has school, so you can imagine seeing each other is not the easier thing right away. My girlfriend also lives with her parents, and she's Asian, meaning no boyfriend until college, though her mom seems okay with it. On Wednesday we developed a plan to have me sleep over her house without getting caught. The plan was simple, I would come when her parents were gone at work, they own a restaurant, and I would leave in the morning when her dad takes her to school because her mom would still be sleeping. It went great, I made it out, even ran to my car, which wasn't necessary because by the time her dad was coming back I was driving out of her neighborhood. Fast forward to that night and I end up going back over. Thursday goes good, I go to her room in the morning and end up going back to sleep until she comes home. Now it's Friday morning. Her dad almost caught us because he wanted to take the recycling out, but she quickly got it for him. Then she leaves. I lock her bedroom door and settle in her bed where I'll be for the next 7 hours waiting for her to come back. Her dad comes back, comes upstairs, tries to open the door. Zucchini. It's locked. He pauses, turns the light on, I assume he looks in her brother's room, then tries the door again. Still locked for obvious reasons he does not know about. He says something to himself, I don't speak Chinese but I really wish I did. Then goes back downstairs where he sleeps on the couch. Text girlfriend, almost dying because of how scared I am to get caught. She tells me to chill, tells me they don't have keys to their doors. The only way to open it is to take the handle off. She texts her dad, saying the door's locked and she can unlock it later. He says okay. Her dad doesn't always listen, so that worries me. Pretty sure her dad went back to sleep now, and her mom isn't awake. Now I'm currently laying in her bed wide awake, texting her, asking my parents what to do. Have had similar experiences and got caught, and trying not to freak the butternut out because I can't do anything. Escaping is impossible. Her window has blinds and a screen and is second story. Going downstairs and out the door is foolish. Her dad sleeps on the couch and the stairs are noisy. Plus I have no idea what time her mom wakes up. I have no choice but to sit it out for the next 7 hours, maybe try to get some rest, but I doubt I will. Anyone have any advice? She's 19, I'm 20, her parents don't even know she has a boyfriend. I imagine they'll be beyond pissed if they find out I'm here. We'll both be coconut. Not only is she dating me, but I'm staying in her house without them knowing. It's scary to think there could be someone in your house and you wouldn't even know it. I feel bad for doing this, but I love my girlfriend and I'm literal melted butter in her hands. Update, probably should have gotten up with her right away but chose to stay in bed. Now I have to poop really badly. About 6 more hours to go though. Rip my bowels and my coconut. Also for some reason everything in her house cheesecake creaks. So I have to be very careful with what I do on the bed, sleeping position wise. Update 9:54 AM, about 5 more hours. I still have to poop, not as badly though. However, a new probably has arose. I grabbed a hard-boiled egg earlier when her dad was gone, 2 baby oranges, and a piece of Hawaiian bread. I ate the egg obviously because I can't really eat all day, and most of one of the baby oranges, and 2 bites off the little square of bread. Tummy feels a bit weird. Hope I don't throw up because it's very hard to be silent while your guts spill on the floor. Also think of napping but too afraid I'll let out a massive fart or make some noise. Girlfriend stopped replying due to class. I've given up the idea of escaping a long while ago. The dad is of no concern, pretty mid-level threat but low for now. Mom is high level once she wakes up though. Hopefully she'll leave for work, but it looks like that might not happen as she isn't awake yet and supposedly would leave at 10:30. Quick update 9:55 AM. Mom is awake and went downstairs. I think she'll make breakfast or something. Dad is talking to mom, don't know what about. Hope they don't try the door again. Really feel like I'm gonna coconut and throw up now. Good update 10:03 AM. Good news, pretty sure the mom just left, pretty sure I can hear her dad snoring. I can finally relax a little. Might actually catch some shut-eye. Off to play a bit of FIFA Mobile and then maybe sleep for a few hours. Okay, another update since it was asked for. 10:20 AM. Mom's long gone for sure. Dad's asleep, not snoring, but I'm pretty sure he's sleeping. Unfortunately, girlfriend hasn't answered texts for the last 2 hours I think. Finally beat a team in FIFA after playing them for the 20th time. Every time the air conditioner turns on it makes this loud zucchini noise, so every time that happens I get spooked. I'm glad everyone is getting a good laugh out of it. Someone thought this post was fake, which is fine. Not really sure how to prove it's real. As I said before, hiding under the bed is impossible. The only place to hide is her closet, which will be a tight squeeze. Hoping it doesn't come to that. Dad will probably sleep all day, as he stays up all night talking to his friends in China, so his body is in another time zone. Might just nap when the girlfriend comes home, as she usually naps after class. Thanks for the good luck. See you in an hour or when something interesting happens. Updated 11:40 AM. Hello, my girlfriend knows this exists now, so hello, enjoy my pain and these comments. So far dad's still asleep, mom is at work, AC still spooks me. Here's some answers to questions. GF's birthday is late. Yes, dad works, but he can't handle work, so he goes later, around 6 I think. And I'll make it clear now, I'm not planning to escape. It would be stupid. I truly think GF's dad doesn't care enough to try and bust down the door. Also yes, Florida is a stand your ground, but dad doesn't own guns, just knives. I feel like I could run faster. Used to play soccer and have been practicing boxing for years, and more recently Muay Thai, so I know how to run and fight. To those asking for proof, if you tell me how to upload a pic, then I'd have no problem doing that. As for my poop situation, I still have to go, but it's not that bad anymore. Yes, I have a bit of orange and bread left, and I have headphones that are supplying me with some nice Spotify service. Also, I played campaign mode in FIFA. Finally beat chapter 2 after 3 days. See you in an hour. Not really an update, but I'll post link to GF and I texts and her room door. Had to re-upload BC, her face was exposed. Proof Reddit. Update again, I didn't see a post that got deleted. I deleted the link to the pic BC, it had her face in it, but I uploaded a new pic and posted the link up above. If this butternut is deleted, then what the butternut Reddit you wanna fight? As for my bowels, still got to go, but not as badly. I'm probably going to watch some YouTube or Netflix, since sleeping isn't a good idea. I'll update in an hour as always. Update, try using your phone to view. Anyway, good news. As we speak, I am butternut in the toilet. Left. Pooping has never felt so good. I'll update you when my girlfriend comes back. Update, girlfriend is home. I pooped as soon as the dad left. Yes, I know it's stupid staying longer, but now that my girlfriend is home, I'm safe. For those who are asking why didn't I leave when I got the food, there was a very tiny window to do things, and I didn't have my bag packed. There will be one more update after this when I get home, the true safe zone. For now, the girlfriend and I are going to play FIFA and chill until I have to leave. Final update, hello, I am at my house in bed, nowhere near my girlfriend's parents. I have pooped twice, it went well, thank you for asking. About my girlfriend's age. She went to school in China at first, and has a late birthday, therefore she's making up credits and will be going to actual uni soon. She's not finished university and gotten a degree, therefore, no boyfriend. Those of you saying she's an adult, her parents don't control her. They do. As long as she lives there and they support her financially. Not to mention she isn't white. She's Asian, Chinese specifically. I myself am Italian/Cuban. So the same rules go for me until I move out, planning to before the end of next year. Many of you ask why I didn't leave when her dad left to pick her up, instead pooping. First off, I had to poop so badly. Secondly, I won't see her for a while, and recently she got hurt, so I've been helping tend to her wounds so she doesn't need to go to the hospital. Mom's a nurse, taught me everything since I was young. I wanted to be there for her in person. Also yes, her parents own a restaurant. I won't post any more updates, 99.9% chance I won't be, see it's over, but will reply to DMs and replies smile. Final permanent update, yes, it's about almost a year later. She broke up with me a few months ago. I'm glad you all enjoyed my pain. Lamau just wanted to write this just in case anyone comes back to read this and is wondering what happened almost a year later. I'm currently happy, perhaps have a bit of a thing going on with a different girl. I'm mentally and physically better than when I did this stupid cheesecake. I will never do this again, and I don't suggest anyone else does it. I had about 5 heart attacks throughout the whole thing, and it was a cheesecake thing to do. If I was the dad and found out, I would be beyond pissed. Sorry, Mr. X's dad. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing better. Enjoy your day/night, smile. TLDR, currently staying in my girlfriend's room while her parents are home, doors locked. Dad tried to get in, Parents don't even know I exist, no escape route. Also have to coconut really badly. Info dad uses Reddit and reads this. You blew it, man. You had your opportunity. Should have just snuck over to her brother's room earlier, and then when her dad found you, said you were dating him. And GT, I grabbed a hard-boiled egg earlier when her dad was gone, 2 baby oranges, and a piece of Hawaiian bread. I ate the egg obviously because I can't really eat all day, and most of one of the baby oranges, and 2 bites off the little square of bread. Tummy feels a bit weird. Why didn't you just leave instead of getting food?
This is what really threw me off.
Can your girlfriend not call the father and lure him from the house? Dad, can you pick me up some headache tablets and drop them to me at school? I'm in agony.